Senior Tory sources have admitted that more than 100 Tory MPs could resign before the next election. Some people are predicting that it could be as many as 150, jumping ship in a record-breaking desertion of the party, and I would also extend to that country. Now, this includes 58 Conservative MPs who, believe it or not, have already announced that they will not stand at the next election. So 58 have already said they're not running. Last week's crushing defeats in local by-elections put the country on a course for a Labour government at the ballot box. One of those planning to quit reportedly told his friends, "I'm not going because I think I'm going to lose. I'm going because I'm worried I might win," as they feared the prospect of being left in a party of, quote, nutters. Kelvin, with Tory MPs potentially jumping ship, should Sunak call an election and put us out of our misery or not?
If I'm Sunak, I'm hanging on to right to the end. I don't need the money, but I seriously believe I've got more chance in November than I have in May. But the main point, the reason these guys are all going, is they're all rushing to get jobs, because who on earth is going to hire a failed Conservative politician? The reason that the country is rejecting them is because of the atrocious manner in which they run our nation now for the best part of a decade. It's a real shocker. And you're going to invite some useless creep like that on your board or put them in charge of your museum or do something? Why would you do that? And what they're all scared about, and the reason they're going now, is because there may only be 2 jobs for them. And they want to get there nice and quickly because they're scared that come November, there might be 300 of them.
I mean, we've seen useless Tories do well for themselves before. Rory Stewart's on the rise.
Roy, you're quite right, but at least he's just talking rubbish alongside somebody else who talks rubbish.
Let's talk of him becoming some head honcho. I think it's one of Oxford University's colleges or something. I mean, talk about falling upwards.
Yes, it is true. It is true. And, of course, the same could be said of George Osborne, who's absolutely hopeless.
Is that 7 jobs, George?
Yeah, 27 jobs, George, as he's now known, who's now doing his best to sell the Daily Telegraph to the Arabs. He now represents Redbird. And so we know where he's fair. He's there to make money, and good luck to him. But nobody in their right mind is going to hire any MP, especially somebody who's been a Conservative.
Let's just have a look at the actual cowardice of this, though. OK. Is it right that these MPs, potentially as many as 150 of them, should just jump ship before the next election? Do they not have a moral duty to at least stand? They're handing over a defeat to somebody else, potentially. They're weakening the party, with it as well the country. It's remarkable.
Yeah. Well, actually, one of them comes in here fairly regularly, doesn't he? Kwasi Kwarteng. He said he's told the people of Spelthorne that he's off ski, right? And so these are a shocking V-sign to their people. When everything's going well, oh, yes, I'm going to be Chancellor, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. Hello, what's going on? Oh, you don't like me? Well, in that case, I'm off. No, it is completely wrong. They should not be allowed to say goodbye. They should sit there and fight for it.
Yeah, I mean, the country needs to be fought for at the moment. We have problems left, right and centre, and they appear to be deciding to leave. But talking of MPs, the calibre of the Labour MPs who won last week's by-elections has been called into question. So Wellingborough's new 28-year-old MP, Jen Kitchen, has limited experience. It's mostly in charity work. Here's some of her victory speech.
I am honoured that local people have placed their trust in me and the Labour Party under Keir Starmer. But I also know from the thousands of conversations I have had during this campaign how desperately people...
Yeah. Nigel Farage wasn't impressed.
I don't want to be rude, but, good luck to Jen Kitchen. She's now the Labour MP. I mean, that wasn't a speech. That was reading off a sheet of paper. And it kind of sums up, I think...
Do candidates like this cut the mustard, Kelvin?
No, she is hopeless, right? So she comes out of Queen Mary University at Twickenham, which, honestly, be very lucky to be a technical college, right? And then, what does she do for the next 7 years? She goes into the charity business, right? And during that, the last bit, she is in charge of philanthropy in the charity business. So not only is it not her money, she's giving away, as part of her career, giving away money. Now, that will make her a fantastic Labour MP. giving away other people's money.
At least she's had the bottle, Kelvin, to stand for election and win. You know?
Yeah.
It's not her fault she's won, is it? And you know, we've just done a piece there, 150 Tory MPs quitting. At least there's someone who wants to be in Parliament. She
does want to be in Parliament. And when finally the good people of Wellingborough wake up to what they've got, they will throw her back out again. By-elections are very, very harsh places the second time you stand. So all I'm saying is that the best that Labour could do? And is that what's happening to politics? Are we actually... can you only get into this game if you've been into the charity business?
Well, so let's say 150 Tory MPs quit. We've got no idea who's going to stand as a Tory MP in those 150 seats. They're obviously, by definition, going to be the second best choice, I would say, at least. And then, you know, if who's Labour standing against them as well. Anyway, look, Kelvin, thank you very, very much. As I've said before, I think the big loser here is all the British public.